The UK has one of the best wind resource in Europe, if not worldwide. Wind energy is a very important resource in the UK as the power relationship with wind speed is cubic. So if you double the wind speed, you get 8 times more energy. So the offshore and onshore wind are an extremely valuable renewable energy source throughout the UK.
The UK is very fortunate because it's an island surrounded by water and therefore gets a lot of wind. So the wind technology is especially important to the UK, and the UK at the moment has got the greatest investment in wind technology throughout Europe. Sun, not quite as good as wind, as we all know, but the radiance levels are still very good. And so we do get sufficient generation to justify the investment in solar. Combined, the generation profile is perfect. Obviously, solar doesn't generate in the night. Quite often we have onshore breezes in the night which generate the wind. And so in terms of a generation profile, it works very well. The only way to tackle the problem of climate change and using renewables to get the greenhouse gases down is for everyone to take a collaborative approach. And that involves governments, authorities, public sector, businesses, funders, across the spectrum. Everyone needs to work together. Along the way, we've looked at technology partners. We've worked with GS Yuasa and we created a dual chemistry battery in a project called ADEPT, and this has been very important in the development of the energy centres. So technology partners are very important to stay at the cutting edge of what's happening, but you also need to get that product or that particular solution out into the real world. The days of putting up turbines for feed-in tariff return, going straight into the grid are over. In the world of non-subsidy, you need to size a system to provide electricity. So it doesn't make money, but it saves money and greens the planet.
Currently, for renewable energy in the UK at the moment, one of the biggest challenges we face is grid capacity. We can often struggle to connect into the grid. We might be allowed to connect, but might then be constrained. So you have a situation where you build a wind turbine, but they might actually need to turn it off at times of peak generation, low demand. So sorting out the grid would be the #1 priority for me at the moment to really unleash renewable potential in this country.
I think the problem with targets is the fact that it's not about the target, it's about what's happening now. The target is always going to be too late. So what we've got to look at is what we're doing now. And this is where governments have got to start to act and not just talk. COP28 is coming up. They will issue a load of targets. Everyone will say we haven't met them. And the reason is we haven't acted fast enough. So the message to government is do something now. Don't just talk about targets.